Hi loves, welcome back to TigeraGitana. My name is Abby and today we're going to be doing another Dollar Tree spell. I've been wanting to do another one of these for a minute for you guys, but with everything that's going on with the Rona and everything, this 2020 has been like a hot mess. But I thought we would relaunch the series a little bit. And so I'm going to be sharing the spell with you guys, especially because of the way astrologically the chart looks like and because of how many retrogrades there are. So we really need to be focusing on doing a lot of release work. I'm just going to take a second to cleanse my hands. So I'm just putting some Florida water in my hands, and whatever I have left over, I can just, this candle's already cleansed, but you know, we do things twice here. So this is going to be a very powerful spell because it allows you to tap into that part of yourself where you have to recognize what you need to heal, what you need to focus on. So this is gonna be like a heart healing spell, specifically for letting go of toxic relationships, any traumas and stuff like that. Everything that I'm using today is from the Dollar Tree, with the exception of my candle holder. I got this at a thrift store and it was like $1 anyway, so basically. And I just use Florida water because I had to cleanse my hands. If you would like to, if you have other tools on the side to cleanse your candles, one thing I'm going to use the matches I got at the Dollar Tree. So I'm serious, when it comes to the actual spell part, everything that I'm using is from the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to smoke some thyme. Just to smoke out the candle. Thyme is like a very lovely herb to work with for this. And I've been using it a lot as a cleansing tool. So you're just gonna go over it, all sides. Okay. So that's optional. You can do the cleansings with this in many ways. You can literally use sea salt from the Dollar Tree with water and then just give your candle a bath. If you want to do that, you can give your candle a spiritual bath. You can, if you have other spiritual tools, sage, Palo Santo, however it is that you want to cleanse it. You can also cleanse it with intention, what a lot of people don't talk about. So there's also that. But we are going to get started. So we're going to be using a red candle, and the reason why we're using a red candle is for two different reasons. First and foremost, one, we are releasing and removing something that has been and kind of locked into our root chakra. Okay, that's one of the reasons we're using red. Also, one of the reasons why we're using red is because we're doing some release work with some romantic love situation. And so red is a really powerful color to work with any type of romantic release work that you're doing. But because it's red, it's specifically for the root chakra. When you think about it, when you're really focused on a relationship, especially one that has been really toxic and there has been kind of habits and things that you've gotten used to, that you've integrated to your reality, that you're like, no, this is my normal, this is what my physical realm looks like, this is what my surroundings look like, this is what my environment looks like, this is what I live with, all of these type of things. When we kind of implement that, we're rooting that in our root chakra. So we do want to kind of address this spell in our root chakra. So that's why we're using a red candle. Those are the two reasons. So we're going to be dressing this candle, but we're going to be doing something a little bit different. So you're going to make sure that you have nails for this, because we are going to be setting an intention throughout the candle before we dress it with the herbs and the oils. And this is something that is really powerful to do, but you have to do a lot of visualization for, and it has to be consistent throughout the entire till the end. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your nail from your finger, so hopefully you didn't clip them, okay? And if you did, you'll have to wait till they grow back. Okay, So you're going to take your nail, you're going to flip the candle upside down because we're doing a reversal spell. We're releasing it. So when we flip this up and we're burning it, it's going to burn down, but it's releasing it up. Like the intention is going to, it's a reversal. So you're going to flip it upside down. You're going to take your nail, you're going to just kind of press in to the candle, and then you're going to start going around in reverse. So obviously reverse will be this way. So again, you press in and then you start going around the candle. And while you're doing this, you have to think about every single situation that led you up to that moment. Those painful memories, things that were spoken to you, things that were said, things that you held on to that were like just kind of even minor things, like the way that they spoke to you that one time, or the way that like something got played out, or maybe you were having a great day with this person, all of a sudden it flipped on his head and it was like completely toxic. Those are the things that you want to think about while you do this. And you're going to keep saying, I release, and then you're adding the thought into it. And you're going to keep doing that as you go around with the candle. So I'm just going to keep doing that. So when you're done, the candle should look like that. I hope you guys can see that. So it should look like that, okay? And so then we're gonna put it upside. So you can choose to dress it, I mean, you could dress it whichever way you want to, but we're gonna be using the coconut oil from the Dollar Tree for this as our oil, just because coconut oil is a really good one to just use as a base oil for pretty much almost any spell that you want to do. That and olive oil is just, it's really amazing. So we're going to use that. So I'm just going to take a little bit on my hand, flip it in reverse again, and I'm just going around it in reverse. And while you do this, you want to focus on your intention. You want to be visualizing what you're releasing. And really focus on your feet. Make sure that they're planted on the ground where you're doing this. The reason being that it helps connect to your root chakra and setting that intention for your root chakra for what it is that you're trying to do when you're just rooted down. Make sure you get the wick as well. So now that we have that coated, see that shine? Now we are going to start adding the herbs to it. So let me just wipe my fingers real quick. So the herbs that we're going to be using today, the first one I'm adding off the bat is sage. And yes, they sell powdered sage at the Dollar Tree. Believes it or not, I saw it and I was like, it blew my mind. But they do sell powdered sage, so we're going to be using it. I bought a bottle of it. And then I moved it to these jars. Okay. Okay, the next one that we're going to be using is black pepper. You guys know I use black pepper when I'm doing releasing work. So we're obviously going to be adding black pepper to this. Black pepper is an amazing tool for releasing work because it really fires up the energy, and it what's the word I'm looking for? I just had it. It almost like disintegrates it. It's just like if you cast something aflame, and then once it's turning into like the ashes and stuff, that's what pepper does. We're also going to be using crushed red pepper, because we have a passion for what we're doing. We're trying to get our lives back. We're trying to release for our lives. We're trying to get our purpose back. We're trying to be in alignment to who we are, what we know, what the truth is. And at the end of the day, this person is not part of our reality. They shouldn't be a part of our reality. So that's why we are doing this work and releasing them in the first place. Okay, so just gonna add a little bit more oil. And as always, you want to be activating the herbs that you're using. So you want to be talking to them. You want to be saying, I activate you, so you can assist me in releasing XYZ from my life. This is no longer part of my reality. I'm removing this and calling back my power. However way you want to state it, you just have to kind of state it though. The next one we're going to be using is onion powder. Literally every time I use pepper, I end up sneezing. Every time I do a Dollar Tree spell and I have to use pepper, I always end up sneezing. We're going to be using onion powder because onion powder is really good. Onion itself is really good for a lot of different things. But it makes it so, kind of the same thing how people kind of will find something repulsive. Think of like rotten onions or something like that. Onion brings that kind of like disconnect, that distance, where it's just kind of like, I don't even want to go around this person. I don't even want to text this person. And that's what you want to be thinking about when you add the onion in there. You're like repulsing that person away. Like they're nowhere near your vicinity. So I'm just moving my space. So I'm just going to start adding this up here. Okay. Ooh. About to drop the whole thing on me. And the last thing I'm going to be adding, hold on. The last thing I'm going to be adding, and this is optional, you don't have to add it if you don't want to, but I'm going to be adding silver glitter to this. And I'm using silver specifically because silver, it's really in alignment with white, which is very cleansing and healing. So that's why we're using it for this. Okay. So it's basically going to look like this. Okay. And you're going to go ahead and pray over it one last time just to solidify the intention. If you want to, you can also write a petition and put it underneath, like underneath here, and then put it on your personal, you could put this on your personal altar. You can put this on a couple of different, like if you're trying to work with different deities and gods and goddesses and stuff like that, I would suggest working with the releasing types. Or you can put it on your ancestor altar as well and just ask your ancestors to assist you. You can put it in Santa Muerte's altar because you know she's really good at releasing work because she is death itself. So you can work with different, deities if you want to. I would work with Semet with this as well because there is an element of healing that comes with doing this type of ritual. So you want it to be healing. You want it to be to create change, and she's really good at doing that as well. So we're gonna go ahead and light it. I'm personally gonna be putting this, I think I'm gonna put this in my ancestor altar just because I also want them to be a part of this. So this is what, okay, this is what it looks like. I'm just gonna give you a close-up, hopefully without it falling. But yeah, so we got the peppers, we got the sage, we have the onion powder in there, we have the black pepper, we have the red pepper, and I was focusing my attention on what exactly I was releasing, because every spell I do on here for you guys, I'm still doing a spell myself. I'm just sharing it with you guys as well. So that is basically the entire spell. You want to let this burn it to completion. You don't want to just like turn it off right away. I'm gonna put it in my ancestor altar, so I'm just gonna let it do its thing, kick it over there. But you want to let it go through. So if you can't do this spell and wait till it's fully done, don't do it. You're gonna need time for this. The other thing that I'm personally gonna be doing, because this is just a practice for me, I like to read the candle, the flame itself. I also like to read the candle wax. That's just part of my practice. That's what I do. So that's what I'm going to be doing as well. I'm going to pay attention to the messages that I get from the flame, how tall it is, how much is moving, like what's going on with that, like is it making any sounds. So it's a plethora of different ways to kind of read a candle. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Definitely hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified every time that I upload a new video. There are literally 2 videos that I'm about to upload. I have to finish editing the witchy thrift store haul that I did recently. Yeah, it's gonna be hyped about it, I already know. But I'm about to upload the hiking vlog for Bay's birthday that we did, so stay tuned for that. But I did want to just share this with you guys so you guys can have this spell specifically under your belt, especially so inexpensively. This spell basically cost what? Candle was $1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, optional $8. So it's really not that much. And you can use this to help you release, especially during these retrogrades. It's like the best time to kind of do this type of work. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to check out the Patreon as well, because we're always learning and growing over there. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.